Hey guys, how's it going? It's just Joshua. Welcome back to the channel. I'm bringing you another Lost Ark video. Today, I'm actually going to be playing my Blade. As you can tell, his name's just Spin. In my opinion, this is one of the easiest classes in the game, but it's also deadly. It's in the Assassin class. I'm not sure if they're going to change the name entirely when it comes to NA or not, but I'm going to be showcasing its skills generally. But I'm only going to be doing them in the Chaos Dungeon. I will do another video on its full toolkit, every skill, all the tripods. So if that's what you're looking for, please stay tuned to subscribe to the channel, because I will be doing a full breakdown like I did with my Summoner video. It'll probably be a long video. My Summoner video ended up being 40-some minutes, but I did cover absolutely everything. And I will do a separate PvP build and a PvE build as well for this Blade. I will try to have them both up before launch, so make sure you're watching for that. If you have any other class recommendations or suggestions, please let me know. I'm going to be trying to cover as much content as I can in the next 2 weeks before we hit NA launch. But today I'm going to be doing the Chaos Dungeon. That's what this is right here. You can see the little winged symbol that I'm standing on, and what you got to do is you got to come up to this statue and you press G on it. These Chaos Dungeons are actually your main source of gear, and this is my alt. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be feeding these crystals into the warehouse right here on the minimap, and I'm going to be feeding them to my main to gear my main. My main right now is a Summoner. On NA launch it will be a Sork, because Summoner is not going to be released most likely. It's either going to be a Blade or a Sork is my main. I'm going to level both of them, and I'm probably going to do a bunch of alts within the first couple days. That way I can hurry up and start feeding gear to my main as soon as possible. But with that being said, there's all these different brackets, and you can see you start getting different level accessories the higher you go up. But right now, since I'm only 302, we got to do the level 250 dungeon. So what you got to do is you got to come down here. It's a 1 to 4 players. You can match, but I just do solos. If you really want to play with other people, you can. And then all you got to do is hit enter. And once we get in here, we will see. I might be a little bit sloppy on this. I haven't played my Blade in almost a month, so bear with me. It is a fresh 50, but I've only been using it for arena, and I've been manning my Summoner and my Sork. So you can see the time doesn't start until you start moving, and then as soon as you move, all these enemies start spawning. And then I'm just going to let them spawn, and then we're going to start AoEing. So I'm a tornado, and then we're going to headhunt. Then all those guys are dead. And then there's a pulse star, so that jumps up and throws them all in the air. And then we got our spear thing, where once it's charged, it'll shoot through everybody and then charge. And then we got a death sentence, which does that giant jump up and slam and knock down everybody. What else do we got here? Okay, there's headhunt. I forgot to bind my hurricane rush. That's what I'm missing. So after this, I'll redo that. I was like, I'm missing one of my major abilities. Which one is it? I was changing up my toolkit before I made this video and realized I double bound which one is that? Death sentence instead of my hurricane rush. But this is all Chaos Dungeon is. It's actually really fun. It brings back that old hack and slash playstyle. It's a time dungeon where you just got to kill all the enemies and survive. Oh, I forgot to pull out my pets. Summon. Then yeah, you see the pets like do all that looting really quick. It's not like BDO or Elion where they only loot 1 per 3 seconds, and it's free, so you don't got to worry about that. But before we go into this, hold on, let me pick up my hurricane rush, because this is a main ability, and you'll see why. But all right, there's a big boy spawning already. let's just run through all these. This chick's ult is really quick and really easy to land too. Like, watch, I'm gonna line all these up and then press V. Dead. It's sick. Like, I love it. It's great in PvP too, because you can like dash through them and it's just instant. It's almost impossible for them to avoid. Here's that hurricane rush. It's giant. It's also my favorite ability in PvP as well. It's just overall huge damage. And then that's great for peels as well, because it throws them all up. Hurricane does the same thing. Then you just bait them over here. You find a big boy, and then you're like, oh no, my ult's back up. And you go, zero. Then hit them with that hurricane rush. Throw a little tornado in there. Throw them up in the air again. Take them for a ride. That's my favorite thing about like Lost Ark in general, but this class is really fun, is like everything just flows together really nice and it just feels good. Like there's a lot of CC, there's a lot of self peels, there's a lot of dashes and mobility. Like this class is technically squishy because it's an assassin, but it's full of super armors. Like it's all super armors and just dashes and avoidance, but big damage at the same time. Like it's just a really, really strong class. Like look at that. As they just all walk into my circle, they're just dead. Like just wipe that entire thing right there. And then on this third floor, you always got to destroy those crystals to resummon the next group of mobs. And that's why I stopped to do that, because once you see those crystals spawn in on your screen or your mini map, you got to kill those or the enemies will stop spawning. And you can see the progress bar up in the top left corner. It's 94%. After I burst these, it'll probably be almost done. We'll do one more big burst real quick. And there we go. That's the Chaos Dungeon. And then when you see up here, you can either escape to go back to town, or you could do stages. You get 2 runs a day. So I'm not going to waste your guys' time with a second run. But what I will do before I go is I'm going to escape, and I'm going to show you where to upgrade your gear, just in case you are watching this before launch, or a new player, fresh 50, and you're not really sure how the gearing system works yet. I'm going to give you a little sneak peek of the gear. I will do a separate video on a full gearing guide, how to gear, everything like that. So stay tuned for that. However, I will give you a briefing on it. And in order to do that, you have to come down here to this equipment polish. So I'm gonna run straight south. Run through this little party they're having here that I wasn't invited to. I guess I ain't cool enough. And then you'll see here, so I can upgrade any of this stuff, but before I do that, all that gear you get from the dungeon, you can get rid of all this stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to our inventory, we're going to hit dismantle, we're going to click rare, and we're going to dismantle it. So we get all this material from that, take all. And then let's go back to this equipment polish guy, and here's our main gear. So what you got to look for is... you see it requires 150 weapon crystals and 2 of these Givana's emeralds, and what that does is when you hit treatment, you can just hit max, and we have 4,600 of these emeralds. It takes 600 and a little bit of shillings, and then you do the treatment and it'll take it up to level 2. You see 0 to 2. So for each time we upgrade it, you can see it goes up that many stats. So we'll get 420 weapon attack out of this one upgrade, or we could do all of these, and for every level you gain these stats. So we gain dexterity, vitality, magic defense, and physical defense for every one of these. Now the armor still requires these Givana's emeralds, but it requires small armor crystal. And then if you look at these, you can see each one has a different amount of stats, and you can even see over here in the upgrade effects. So we could see the gloves give the most dexterity, and the legs give the most defense but less dexterity. The robe actually doesn't give as much, so it gives more stats, but it gives way less dexterity. And then the shoulders and the helm are the second next dexterity. So if you're going for damage, you want to do gloves, shoulders, helmet in that order. If you're going for defense, you want to do robe and legs first. So that's going to be basically the same for every class, but that's the upgrade system. I'm not actually going to do it yet, because what I'm going to do is we are going to come down here and we're going to go over to this little chest right here. This is what I was talking about, because I am going to use these characters. They're just going to stay at 300 gear score. I'm going to get all the weak stuff, but I'm going to go here, and we are going to put our small gift in there. We can put all this free green gear in there. We're just going to break it on our main, but we're going to put these materials. I putting them in the wrong thing. So okay, so you can't put the green ones, you can only put the reds and the blues, and I guess these ones won't go in there either. So the green ones are per character, but the reds and the blues you can share. Okay, so there's a bunch of purple stuff there. Let's see if we can put that there. We can. Let's see if we can put that. Cool. Warrior's coin, gift box, and chaos shards. So that's gonna be what we use for our account. And then this one, this is a free gearbox right now. I'll just show you. They gave a bunch of free stuff, so we're just going to use these real quick to upgrade our stuff, and then gotta find our gear score, our gear sheet, and then manually drag, because it doesn't auto equip a lot of this stuff. Even though it's an upgrade, it'll still just keep swapping out the first slot. So that did give us you know, better accessories and all that stuff. And then that's pretty much it. That's the intro to gearing, the Chaos Dungeon, a little bit of the Blade playstyle. So thanks for watching. Make sure to drop any suggestions, comments, concerns down in the comments. As always, make sure to like and subscribe. It helps me more than you realize. And stay tuned. I'm going to be doing a full explanation on everything, as well as PvP build and a PvE build on Blade. I also have other classes coming too. I'm going to be doing Sork, Summoner. What else do I got? I got Demon Hunter / Demonic, and Hawkeye, and maybe some others. I might do a Warlord. So if you have any suggestions, make sure to drop them. I'll do as much as I can before release. And it's just Joshua signing out.